I never thought this far ahead. It'd be impossible to. I think the furthest ahead I ever thought in my youth was, gee, in the year 2000, what will I be doing? And I thought at that point, I'd maybe have had a family, and I'd have been 38 years old, and but I never even thought in terms of my career. I thought that I'd hoped it would go on. I guess I never thought it'd be over, but on the other hand, I never really could think that far ahead about being this successful after all these years. So it's a fun dream. Don't wake me up. It's just it's really wonderful. I think that one thing that honestly is that everything that we've done has been based in truth. If something became fashionable and you thought maybe you should chase that in order to be successful, we never did that. We didn't get rappers on our records because rap became successful. We didn't do dance moves because boy bands became successful. We went on and went ahead doing what it was that we did, and ultimately persevered because of it. But truth is really the key. Perhaps, yeah. I think that the 20th anniversary was a nice, what we would call mile marker, or a bookmark, a place in time. And the idea that the box set coincided with that, and that we had surpassed the 100 million album point was, it was an accomplishment, but not one that we overly publicized or promoted. We didn't, really promote the box set at all. We released it. It was a place in time. We let go of all those things from the past and all those unreleased songs, and moved ahead, as we have with various records throughout our career. I think Keep the Faith was a turning point. I think Crush was a turning point. The box set is a turning point, and now we go forward yet again. Well, yeah, I didn't feel at all rushed into this record. In fact, we could have released it last fall. In fact, I initially thought I would release this last fall. When I turned the box set into the record company, my initial reaction, because the record was done last October, November, I was going to release it, but upon reflection over the holiday period, I thought it wasn't done yet. So I wrote some more songs, and we went back in and recorded them. And at a time when I felt it was ready, we then turned it into the company and said, now, almost a year after I initially thought it would be finished, we were going to release it. So I don't feel any pressure to keep up with a timeline that we have to abide by, or that we may have been more guilty of in the very beginnings of our career. We had a record in 84, 85, 86, 88, 90, 92, and then it started to slow down. And it was, 95, 97, 2000. And, and I could take more time in between records because I didn't want to rush into it. Well, there was some of the songs were influenced by what was happening with the election here last year, and yet I hope to think that this is a record of inclusion. There's a certain cynicism to Have a Nice Day, but that more importantly, I think that there's a sense of inclusion with songs like Welcome to Wherever You Are, and that the idea that we had to in America especially, blur the lines between red and blue, and realize more that everybody in our country who were so polarized by the election had to get over it and move on, and get back to just being countrymen again, and regardless of the outcome and the viewpoints of the administration, the world still goes on. So there's a sense of inclusion that I feel was important to help me heal, so that regardless of what side of the aisle you were on, or if you were gay or straight, or if you were black or white, or if you believed in a war or you didn't, welcome to wherever you are. This is what it's about, and that people have to move on and get on with their lives and feel good about who they are, so that we can all put those differences aside. I think that that happens throughout the record. Hi, this is Jon Bon Jovi. Me and the guys are boarding the airplane and coming to Japan. We're going to be there for the release of this album on September the 14th. Have a Nice Day hits the streets. Then the tour will follow very soon after. We're on the way.